What's going on, YouTube? This is Boxingwave. I am fresh out of the movie theater, just seen F1 the movie. A lot of you guys know I'm a big F1 fan. I watch every race every weekend, and I went with my family. My mother watches it now. My stepdad watches it. My aunt doesn't watch the sport, but she came out with us to watch the movie. And we had a great time watching it. It really, really felt like we were home watching a wild race. It was a great movie. You don't have to be a big fan of F1 to enjoy the movie. If you like action, you would enjoy the movie. It's a lot of action. The racing scenes are incredible, the best that I've seen up to this point. And, I've seen some great movies. There's movies out there. There's great movies like Ford versus Ferrari. You had the Gran Turismo movie that I thought was pretty good. You have Rush, which I think was probably the best racing story based off a true story. There's a lot of great racing movies. I'm a big Fast and Furious franchise fan. But as far as feeling like this is the real thing, I think this one did it better than any other racing movie that I've seen. It probably doesn't have the best story out of all of them, but it's definitely one of the best ones in my opinion. And what made me really look forward to this movie is because the producers of Top Gun Maverick was the producers for this, and Top Gun 2 is probably one of the greatest action movies of all time. And that movie gave you the feel. I mean, I seen that in IMAX. I seen this in IMAX as well. I pretty much wanted to see it in the IMAX because I wanted to get that feel of really being in a cockpit in one of these F1 cars. And it was a great sense of speed. The angles, the camera angles and everything was so good. It felt so real. It felt like you were really, really doing it. And not only that, but this movie, a lot of parts of this movie is being filmed at real F1 races. You have all the racers there: Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton, Charles Leclerc. All of them are every single one of them is in the races. All the real races are there at real live F1 races, probably from back in 2023, because I could tell from the teams based on who was racing on each team at the time. Lewis was still at Mercedes. Perez was still with Red Bull. You know what I mean? I could just tell from the teams that this is probably during a lot of this film is during the 2023 season and maybe some of the 2024 season. I'm not too sure, but it was a great, great film. Brad Pitt, basically, look, without giving too much of the movie away, Brad Pitt plays the role as the old school, failed racer, has a lot of personal issues. They bring him back because Apex is a new racing team, and so far they have not gained any points. They have not won any races, and they're struggling. They have a rookie driver, and they basically wanted an old school guy to gel in well with the new rookie driver, who is Damson Idris, who is one of my favorite up-and-coming actors. Snowfall is one of my favorite shows. So, he was the main actor in that show. The fact that he's a British actor is crazy, too, because he played a role in an LA kid, from the hood. But yeah, everything was likable about the movie, and it was a long movie. It was 2.5 hours long, but it really didn't feel that long. But it was constant action. It was a lot of racing, and it was a lot of drama too. Like, it was a lot of drama, crashes. Like, this team really had to dig it up from the bottom. You know what I mean? They were like a really, really bad team, and they just kept showing on the drama between it. Even when there was hard times in the movie, there was even harder times after it. But we've seen a lot of movies like this, especially when it comes to sports, like how the older guy comes out and they got the meshing with the newer guy and stuff. We've seen movies like this before, but they put this one together really well. I'm definitely going to see it at least one more time before it leaves the movie theater. But if you do go to see it, I strongly suggest you try to see it in the IMAX. All right? But yeah, I just wanted to do a quick review. I don't want to talk too much about it because I don't want to get into too much of the details of what happened in the film. I want you guys to go out and enjoy it. You know, even if you're not an F1 fan, maybe this movie will make you an F1 fan. Because be honest, it felt like a real F1 race watching it. You know what I mean? Especially because all of the real racers was in there. All the people that's really in F1 was involved. So I think as a fan of it, I loved it even more. But if you're not a fan of it, you're still probably going to enjoy it. I felt like the movie theater was definitely, you know, into the movie and stuff. So I had a good time. Check out the movie. And I'll be back soon with more boxing content. I mean, definitely one of the best movies, most entertaining movies I've seen all year. I think the only other movie that I really, really loved this year was Sinners. And I've seen a lot. I just seen Ballerina. I've seen Thunderbolts. I see a lot of movies. But I really, really love Sinners. That's probably my favorite movie of the year. But I would probably say this is a close second as far as enjoyment. You know what I mean? Very simple film, but it executed it better than a lot of these racing films. All right. So anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Check it out. And if you have seen it, give me your thoughts. I'll see you guys on the next boxing video. Peace.